Welcome. You are now tuned into the Textually Active podcast.
And we're back. Welcome to Textually Active Podcast, the podcast where we talk about family, friends, relationship, and all the other shit in between. I'm one of your hosts, WMEZ Boulevard. Across from me, I have the lovely and amazing Rez with me.
What's up, y'all?
And on the boards here in the Open Media Lab, we have super producer EA.
Yo, what up?
Ooh.
Ooh, round of applause. This is our last episode of 2019.
So we're here, episode 90. We're back from Christmas. We're back. How was everybody's Christmas?
I had a good Christmas.
You guys got to travel.
Yeah, we went down to Atlanta to see our grandparents, and they cooked a lot of food. Ate so good. Ended up making prime rib cheese steaks out of the leftover prime rib. It was amazing. And got to spend some time with our sister and his dad. Had a lot of fun. How was your Christmas?
Trash.
Why?
Because I didn't get to spend it the way that I wanted to. I had to work all week. But the time that me and Jazz spent together was amazing. You know, it was great. She cooked like every day. She was like being very housewife-ish, and I enjoyed it. And we watched a lot of TV.
Oh, shout out to Jazz.
When I woke up, because I would sleep the entire day and then wake up and bother her and then go back to sleep.
So when did you have to go to work?
I had to work the entire week, so Sunday night through Thursday night.
Okay, and then you got to spend time like during the day for
like
Christmas?
The day I would wake up, yeah.
And
so
then
I got off work. Yeah, I got off work for Christmas. We opened gifts. Well, we had breakfast because apparently Christmas breakfast is a big thing. And we opened gifts and we spent time with each other for a little bit, and then we then I went to bed, and then because I had to go to work.
Did you get anything good for Christmas?
Oh yeah, Jazz got me a lot of good stuff.
Oh my gosh, what was your favorite?
She got me a Mac Miller hoodie, so
Wow.
Rap and hoodies, that's my thing.
Wow,
right,
yeah.
Right.
And you love Mac Miller.
I do.
Made that playlist for him.
Yeah, and I haven't actually got to listen to Mac since he died.
It's sad. It's sad. I can't listen to Nipsey either. It just makes me sad.
It's a little triggering.
It's sad to see that somebody left.
What'd you get for Christmas?
If you take a look right here below my breast, is a pouch. It's my stomach.
I like it.
I got fat.
I like it.
It was great.
E, what'd you get? You get anything good?
Got a chance to see some family after a while, and then got some homework, some family-based homework that I had to do. So that's always fun. I had some projects I got to take care of for the fam.
That's a gift that keeps on giving.
Right.
Yeah. I think as we get older, it's more about just being able to have that time off.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. I was really sad. I got to work and I started cussing people out. It was crazy.
At work?
Yeah.
Your manager get it?
He didn't get it, but I said it out loud.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said, I hate coming to this motherfucking...
So who gonna check? Right?
I did. I always do that, though, because he's like, oh, you're walking around, we got all these cameras, and you got your phone out. And I was like, yeah, because I'm working. And I just kept walking. And so I was like,
It's hard being away from your family on the holidays. I'm glad that I was able to spend it with Eric's family, because that's one of the things I miss is just being home and being around my sister and my dad and my mom and everything. But I didn't feel like I was missing out on anything while I was there.
I did, but it's because it's I am learning, spending time with Jazz, I'm learning, people do have really normal family units.
Yeah.
I'm the abnormal, and so seeing them, do the things that they do, we went to her house for Thanksgiving, and I was ironing, and I was like, oh, Mom, you got a good iron. And her mom then bought me an iron, the exact iron that she has for Christmas. So it's they have a real family unit. And
dynamic.
So,
that's really...
Yeah, it's hard to get used to it, but I like it.
I was a little dramatic while I was at Eric's grandparents' house.
You wanted to fight?
Somebody asked me to do the dishes, and I was like, bro, what? This ain't my house, but then I did them because I have respect. And if it was my family, I would have did it anyway.
Yeah, she took it out on me.
I did not take it out on you.
Well,
like,
you were
yo.
supposed to volunteer to take that off her plate.
I cooked.
Oh, never mind.
And then I had an allergic reaction. My lip kind of swelled up from...
To what?
I don't know. But you know me, I was eating everything that day. So my lip kind of swelled up like after dinner and when everybody was playing games. And I was like, fuck, they gonna think I got that shit. So I tried to hurry up and go upstairs. And Eric was like, do you want a Benadryl? I was like, no.
Don't tell anybody that I'm up here.
Right, don't tell him about my lip. I felt like, you know how Martin lip, it looked bad. And I thought it was going to go to the point where that movie with Will Smith, when his face was just like blotched up.
It would be shitty if you're now allergic to seafood.
No, it's not seafood. It wasn't seafood.
Karma.
Yeah, it would
be
would be
great.
so shitty if now you're allergic to seafood.
For some reason, I felt like it was the sweet potatoes and the yams that got to me. But then I also had heartburn and indigestion, and I ate too much mac and cheese, and
upset stomach.
yeah, I had the
diarrhea.
bubble gut. So it was a rough night, but I got through it. I don't sleep by 1.
Oh, good job.
It's hard being dramatic.
Then did it again.
Yeah.
The next day.
I did it the next day.
And we just came back from an exciting weekend with Simi. Well, we had a Saturday. This head ass turned into a ASIM.
Oh yeah, shout out to Simone. She just brought a new house.
Yeah, she big bag. Big bag. So we got to hang out with her on Saturday and do a lot of cool things.
It's the first step to the compound.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, she's definitely goals for the compound.
So, with this being our last episode of 2019,
Whew.
Of the decade.
Yeah, I almost fucked. Oh, and it's the last episode of the decade because this is coming out on Tuesday. So, guys, enjoy tonight. Be safe.
Yeah, be big safe.
Big safe. I decided because I personally, I ain't gonna say that out loud, but I personally just wanted to come in and, have us reflect on the decade because we met each other at the end of this decade, so we don't really know much about each other.
When did we meet? 2018 or 17?
17, I think.
17, wow. So
Yeah.
we caught a good chunk of it.
Yeah, a little 2-year run.
Right.
So I figured we'd come in, we'd reflect about the decade, and 2019 specifically, and the decade, and what we want to take into the new decade because it's right around the corner or tomorrow.
Wow. I've been an adult for 10 whole years. I don't count 18, 19 because I was bullshitting.
Oh, well, then that means I've only been
Well, yeah, I guess I would.
Probably not an adult now. Then.
Damn, I guess I've been an adult for 9 years. Yeah, it's been a long 9 years, and majority of that took place during this decade that we're jumping into.
Yeah. I don't know. That last decade was pretty fun though.
2010, 2019, good times.
Good
memories.
Good times.
Good memories.
A lot of good music.
So, personally,
I'm kind of against that. I feel like I had fun the second half.
Oh.
The second half of because I actually turned 25 midway through, and that's when everything started to work.
old ass nigga.
Shoo.
So, at the beginning of the decade, how did you guys see yourself personally?
Oh. That was a decade of it was a spiral.
We're talking 2010.
Yeah, spiral.
Do you remember where you were at 2010?
2010,
Yes.
I was getting fired from 3 jobs in 2010.
You got fired from 3 different jobs, or you had 3 whole jobs
I had 3 different jobs.
at the same time?
Yeah. So I came home from school. It was after I dropped out of college. I had one job that lasted, it lasted like a month because there was an incident and I got fired from that. So then I took a couple months off like most people do when they get fired. And then I got a new job and that lasted for about 8 months. And so that's the end of 2010 and 2011. And then I got a new job and then that lasted from like March to July. So that process was a little trash, and so then it was me thinking, hey, 2011, I'm gonna do the same thing all black men with no job do, join the military, and that didn't favor That
The
didn't go-
military?
Yeah, bro. I was trying to get that charger.
Okay. And the house. Because everybody
Right.
that was in the military out of college, they got a house.
Got a house.
They got a charger.
Right. I was trying
They
to
got
get
a
that
couple
charger.
pets. They got a nice backyard. They living good.
Right. I was trying to get that charger, but thankfully, my inability to see kept me out of the army. So,
Oh, me, you are. It's okay.
but I liked it. It saved me. Saved my life, bro. Because I don't know if I'd have been prepared for it.
That's a big commitment. Thank you to everybody who
serves,
served our
yeah.
country, because
Facts.
I know it was a lot.
Especially because you volunteer.
Right.
And if they make me do it, I'm like, nah.
At that age, yeah.
You volunteer. So thank you guys for that. But yeah, I was there in a dysfunctional relationship. And yeah, that's where I was at.
So no
personally.
steady job,
Trash relationship. I'm a fresh college dropout at this point
Okay.
with who used all the money from the jobs to buy a new car. So now I actually have a car now. So,
Okay.
yeah.
I was pretty much in the same. I feel like our stories are similar because 2010, I had just dropped out of college myself. I was living with my parents for a little bit, but then they decided that I wasn't moving at their pace quick enough. So I ended up moving in with my cousin, and we had a great time.
Ball.
Like,
Blast.
she lived in the city in Delaware. She lived in Wilmington. So I lived with her, ended up getting myself a job that was like right around the corner from her house. So I would walk to work, catch the bus and all that stuff. Just trying to save up to get back on my feet, because when I came out of college, I didn't have anything. I didn't have a car. I didn't have a job.
Right.
Was kind of lost. My relationship that I had when I started college was over. So I was just kind of just trying to find my way. I won't say it was a bad time, because I feel like I learned a lot. I started working at a child care center and was working with kids. Probably the reason why I don't want to have kids now. But it was a lot of fun, and it made me mature.
Yeah.
So I had to grow up.
Yeah.
I couldn't do the same shit. I couldn't lean back on my mom and dad. So
Talk about
it was kind of like a wake up call. And then I was kind of dating around, but nothing too serious at the beginning of the decade. It wasn't a bad time, but it wasn't the best. It was, now that I look back on it, I was growing.
Yeah.
Because I had come from like a suburban household, like everything there. And then to go to living in the city with my cousin and her kids, like sleeping on her couch, I was like, oh, this is just some real life shit.
Reality check.
And although I had the freedom, I still had to be responsible and take my ass to work and do everything, make sure I was spending my money correctly, make sure I was getting paid the right way.
The ghetto.
Get back and forth to work, hang out with my friends when I could. Yeah.
It was a lot.
That was me.
It's a lot.
2010. So, I mean, I don't regret not going to college, because I wasn't in the right space to be in school at that time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that was
like my first taste of freedom.
Yeah, it was fun. I wasn't doing what I was supposed to be doing in school, though.
Not at all.
I was not doing what I was supposed to be doing. I was smoking weed.
I was running a blog from the library, not studying and shit, just running a blog from the library.
I stopped going to class. Like, I was just, my grades were pretty good though, I think. But yeah, waste of money overall. What about you, babe?
2010 for me was probably the biggest, like the most naive I ever was. All right, because 2010 was my junior year. All right, started my junior year like that fall.
Ooh.
And going into, I'm lying. Sorry, I was going into my senior year in the 2010. So I was doing everything that I thought was correct. Like I was involved in school. I was doing extracurriculars. I was a part of my frat, having a good time, traveling, enjoying myself, enjoying those, my college years. Was in SGA, like doing all the shit that was supposed to have you set up for like the next step, right? And kind of like pushing forward, going into 2011, like it kind of like the reason I said it was most naive is because I thought I was going to be able to get a job like it was nobody, like it was going to be super easy,
right?
All that stuff, and that kind of led down like a path of like a year and a half of just like darkness for me, like so like going into 2011. That's when after I graduated, couldn't find a job, near the school, because I was still living near Dell State.
Right.
And so I couldn't find a job for a year and a half. So I started grad school and was basically surviving off my refund checks for a year and a half.
Yeesh.
So, imagine getting a couple of grand every couple of months, and you gotta expand it out and make sure that, literally, like I had to give myself an allowance. Like I couldn't, like, you fuck up one time,
it's over.
Yeah, you done. So like that's what I said, it was like the biggest naive moment, and I just realized, like, going into that, like, I'll never like get caught out like that ever again. Right. And that shit taught me a lesson of, like, it really is about who you know and not about just doing stuff off your own merit. I know that sounds so fucked up to say, but if you know somebody, who can help you out, like, you need to take advantage of that. Like, that's like the biggest thing.
So you had a good support system during those years?
Yeah, because I guess it was just, you just realize how much value you add to other people's lives. Like, people are not going to want to see you fuck up. They don't want to see you fail.
So, I mean, I guess this goes without saying, but you were broke, so I'm assuming you didn't have any relationships going on at the beginning of 2010, or do you have it like that?
Yeah, I was
slapping. He's still slapping cheeks.
Yeah. I mean, that was part of the budget.
Cheek slapping. Getting
the yondoms.
You said that you were looking for a sugar mama, actively looking for a sugar mama.
Yeah, my junior year. My junior year. I was actively looking for a sugar mama because, like, I didn't want to struggle no more. You know what I mean? So. And
did it work?
No, it didn't work. Damn, no, it didn't work.
So before all these girls were out here looking for their sugar daddy, you was already on the prowl. You could have started the app.
Yo,
damn.
See, that's other things I not necessarily regret. I wish I would have took more seriously again. With school and stuff.
Right, we could have damn been out here. Well, I don't know. Because then you think about life, and then you go, well, then we wouldn't be sitting here.
No, because he'd be
you know what I'm saying? We wouldn't be sitting
his
here.
helicopter, talk about I made seeking arrangements.
Like, it smell like broke over there.
Yeah, right. So it's weird.
Broke niggas. All right, so what about the middle of the decade? We're talking like 2013, 2015. Where were you guys at?
2013. If I might be getting this wrong, but my girlfriend had just left me. Like, moved all her. I think I told the story before. She just moved all her stuff out of the house without me knowing. So she did that. I am now living with my dad for the first time in my life. Like, for real, yeah. So now I'm living with him. Our bond is getting closer, so that was cool. That's one of the parts of the decade I enjoy. The girl then got pregnant, and we chose to, I guess, not have it. And so that was that.
So the kid wasn't your son?
What?
Is that Michael Jackson?
Yeah.
I got it. I saw you.
Okay.
I saw what you did there.
All right.
I saw what you did there. I saw it. So that happened. Was going through car troubles. I just got another new car because the other one had broke. I have a new girlfriend now that I'm, like, trying to expand and understand life with. And still,
what about work?
Still,
were you working?
Still, yeah. Well, yes, I finally got a permanent job. So I had been I was a grill cook, so I was like temporary cooking.
I cannot picture you cooking on somebody's grill.
Oh yeah, I was busting it down, but I have a shitty attitude because it's the middle of the night. I just woke up, and everybody knows I am not the friend of this person that's out there when I just woke up.
No.
And so I was doing that and working long hours and trying to go back. I tried to go back to school, but the stress of working 12 hours Tuesday and Thursdays took away from the 5-hour days of Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. And so then I, like, got Bell's palsy. And I, like, one night I was at work trying to eat a double cheeseburger and I couldn't move the right side of my face. And so I was like, oh shit. And so
what's Bell's palsy?
So Bell's palsy is I think it's temporary paralyzation of the nerves.
Oh, snap.
So I couldn't open my mouth wide enough to bite the sandwich.
And this is just from you being exhausted from working and going to school?
From the stress.
Wow.
Yeah. And so I had a friend who had it. And, like, she, like, went to the doctor and they told her she had it. And I asked her what she do. She was like, they gave me, like, steroids from it. But it just goes away.
It goes away on its own. So
Right.
It's not something you're living with now.
I'm not. Not that I know of, because I
Okay.
don't think I've reached that level of stress
Wow.
since then. And so then that car that I had broke down, and so from that point I was like, man, fuck school. I'm just gonna keep working, and I kept working these hours in order to get a new car, and then I got a new car.
So what made you want to go back to school at that point? Was it just something that you felt like you needed to do?
Yeah, it's just like that is one of the goals that I want to do before I die. I just feel like it'll feel good to achieve it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just to get it and say I did it. Because a lot of the projects that I have and I've done, I do it for as long as I enjoy it. And so then it's like no reward from it. But I feel like if I do that, the reward of me saying I did it and the degree is good enough for me. Validation for me.
I feel that.
Yeah. So those days it was a whirlwind. I was finding my friends. I was having new friends, like we're new friends, and we're hanging out more. So I was in these streets.
Okay. So, do you remember where you were 2013? I feel like I'm remembering how much I've been drinking. It's kind of hard to think back onto where I was. So I secretly pulled up my phone and looked at my photo albums during that year to see what was going on. So I'm ready when it's my turn, but I'll let you go first, E.
Yeah.
Where were you at 2013 through about 2015-ish?
All right, so this is when I was
Middle of the decade.
I was just getting out of my funk after that year and a half, I guess, bid of not having a job, kind of struggling and stuff. So I just got my first job after school, been there for a year, and then found an even better job. And this is when I was in full stride. I felt like at being a single guy, I was like, I'm thriving. You know what I mean? You realize that you are the catch, you are the prize.
You're the prize.
You know what I'm saying? So I was, having a good time,
So this was prime thought?
I guess this is this is
Look how embarrassed he gets to say it to the woman he's gonna marry.
BT. This is BT. This is before Therese.
Oh, okay.
Before Therese is hilarious.
Right. But having a good time, just kind of trying to figure things out, and at least covering what your basic needs were, right? But then I'm starting to realize now that I'm comfortable and I'm about to finish up my second degree and stuff like that, now it's more about the purpose, and I've been trying to I was trying to figure out what I'm here to do. I knew that I got to this point, but I wasn't here just to get this far. You know what I mean? So then, that's when I just started to and I realized when you have access, have access, or you have your main stuff kind of taken care of, you are willing to kind of thrive out, stretch out a little bit further, trying new things.
Your necessities, right?
Right, exactly.
Shelter, money, food.
Right. But I mean, let's not get it twisted. I definitely had my electricity turned off in that time period.
That's fine.
Because I thought shit was sweet.
Yeah, that's cool.
I thought what was it? Not Delmarva. Yeah, it was Delmarva, right? Up
You
there.
thought they was pussy?
Oh, I thought they were sweet.
Delmarva is not sweet. They will cut your shit off and put it in collections.
They got me, and it was cold that night too.
Damn.
Shit.
And they wanted a nice deposit before they turned it back on. They wouldn't just turn it back on with $50 towards it.
No, it was kind of crazy.
Hey, they be on some nut shit, but
it was like $350, something like that. But it was tough though, because that's when I just moved and got my first apartment by myself around that time. So it was just it was a lot happening, trying to figure that shit out. Living by yourself, truly, no roommates. If I didn't eat or whatever, it's because I was going, it was just because of everything was on me. So, it was just that moment of just trying to figure everything out. And I was getting a hold of it until I met this lady.
I mean, you made it. You survived. So 2015, that's when we kicked off our romance. But to take it back a couple years, jump into me, 2013, I was just getting my stride right,
BE.
Yeah, so I had, before Eric, right? I've been working in child care centers for a bit, so I had a little bit of time and experience underneath my belt. That's when I first started working at one of the child care centers in Wilmington that I really liked. And I had my seniority, I had my vacation days, I had my PTO and all that good stuff. So I was like, oh shit, I'm grown. So I had eventually earned my parents' trust back enough to kind of move back in with them for a little bit to save up money to then get my own apartment. But with my apartment, I had a roommate. So that was kind of like when I was feeling myself. I was like, I had my car. I felt like I was back on my feet with a job. And I was about 50 pounds lighter. Yeah. I ain't have no hair, no stress. And I was just, doing my thing. It was a great time. The middle of the decade was a really good time for me.
I was sitting here thinking, you was saying that, I was like, oh, when my car broke down, I didn't have no insurance I had to pay for. I was buying tennis shoes out the ass, buying tennis shoes. Me and a girlfriend went to Atlanta and I paid for everything except for the hotel room. We were balling out of control. I was just spending money on shit. I bought a Johnny Manziel. I was going to every concert in that decade of art, in that 3-year period that I wanted to go to.
One thing we didn't mention is that during that time, we all turned 21. So that kind of was a turning point for us because now we're 21, but we still kind of have that freedom because I still had the support from my parents to be able to stay there rent free. And that turned into me just being out every weekend at the bar, at the club, in Philly, turning up, having a blast.
I think those were the years that I determined my drinking problem. I think those were the years that was turned on. I was drinking anything. I would come downtown and set up shop at one night in 2013. I had 15 drinks. And the only reason I remember it is because I tweeted in the process of drinking them that I had that 15 drink. It was 3 Patron margaritas, 3 1800 margaritas. Hold on,
you was drinking Patron and shit at 21, 22?
Yes.
Oh, you had money.
That I was drinking. No, I think there was $6. It was margarita day or some shit. So I had went on a splurge that day, and I was buying anything. I was just drinking that day. It was a good day though. I do remember it was a really good day.
It was a good day. Me going out every weekend, it was what finally made my dad say, "Hey, this ain't gonna work. So it looks like you have enough money to party every weekend. How about you put that money into getting the fuck out?" So then I ended up moving out. And I realized that I had reached the top of where I was working at. I wasn't going to be able to make any more money. That was it. And just without having a degree in that area, I wouldn't be able to keep moving forward. So that kind of pushed me to go back to school. And then that's when the real work started around 2014 because I had to get a second job to kind of work my way through my bills now that I wasn't living with my parents anymore. And then I was still working Monday through Friday and Saturday and Sunday. So 2014 is when stuff really kicked in. 2015, I was just hustling. But that period between 2010 and 2013 was a good time. And then shit got real. And I was pursuing that degree and working 2 jobs. So I didn't get Bell's palsy, but I ain't have time.
Yeah.
I was a little younger, so I had the energy and I would try to push it, but I was exhausted a lot of the time. So that was that.
So now we get to the fun years.
The fun years?
The fun years.
You call this fun?
What?
What?
The fun years?
Okay.
This 2016, this is BJ. Whoa. Ooh. Before Jazz. Yo. So,
so what are we talking, 2015, 2016 to now?
Yeah.
Okay.
The fun years, before 18, Meezy was out here in these streets trying to slap any chick I could.
Okay.
Streets.
And I was in these streets. Meezy had just got a new car. So we was in these streets. We're in Charlotte on weekends. We spent a lot of time at hookah. So we spent a lot of time at hookah. Spent a lot of time just driving to Charlotte. And me, Banks, and Josh just in my car, just going places.
Yo, whenever you get that new car, you do not care about driving nowhere. You
I had
not at all.
Anytime.
As soon as I bought it, I knew exactly what the first song I was gonna play in it. And
what was it?
It was some Jeezy shit. Some shit I just played real loud.
That is such a Meezy thing. It's yo, as soon as I get this car, I can't, it's not because, the way it drives, not the way it picks up. It's like, I know that this sound system with this Jeezy shit is gonna be fire.
When I got my car in 2012, I think it was about 2012, sometime. My first song was Rihanna, her album with her with the red hair.
Yeah.
That's what I was playing in my Impala.
I was so excited because it was a car with Bluetooth. So I was like, oh, I'm in this bitch.
Now I think about it. What was my favorite? What was my first song? What was my first song played in there?
Rick Ross.
Nah.
It was probably Ryan Leslie.
Jay-Z.
Nah, it was Jay-Z.
Which Jay-Z song was it?
Come on now.
PSA?
My man.
Yeah.
Was it really?
Yeah. I was feeling myself, yo.
So I had just got that. We was in these streets.
Yeah.
I was switching pieces out because I'm now like, I was fucking a manager at that job without the title. So I would get it. It got to a point where I was supposed to be at work at midnight. I would get to work at the cafeteria opens at 2:30. I would get to work at 1:45. Walk in at 1:45, get everything I need to do, then go take a nap, and then get up and start work. So I got to that point. I was very content with what was going on there. The money was trash, but I worked enough hours to be like, oh, it's cool. And we was in these streets, bro. I was in these streets. I was in Charlotte like every weekend, trying to go see a girl. I had like multiple girls in the city. I had gotten out of this relationship that I had ruined, and so I was like, well, since I ruined it, I'm about to hit the streets.
How'd you ruin it?
I just don't think I was mature enough at the time to love, to understand what being loved was about.
Okay.
So it was like I had somebody, sweetest girl in the world, and it's just like, I don't think I was ready for that.
So would you describe yourself as being happy during this time?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. What? Absolutely. I used to make house calls, boy. Like, I used to be at work on Snapchat, like, boom, I can't wait to leave. And then somebody would see it and be like, oh.
Were you working overnight at this time? Okay.
Yes, overnight. And I just got a new job, too. So I just got the job I got now. I just got it. And so it was like, oh, so I can really be out. You know what I'm saying? And so I used to, like make appointments to go see girls and shit. One day I pulled a 4-in-1.
What?
Pulled a 4-in-1. I went and seen 4 different girls all in one day.
Did you smack all the cheeks or just?
No, I didn't smack all the cheeks. Okay. I don't even think I smacked cheeks that day. It was just one of those keep them engaged kind of visits. Like I just popped up to say, "What's up?
How you doing?
Yeah, one of them just to keep them engaged.
Oh my god!
So I was doing that, and I was running around, and then then my social life became like really big. I started radio shows. So on TMZ, writing articles for blogs. And then we started doing a podcast called Probably Shouldn't Be Drinking. And I met some of my new favorite friends in the whole world.
Oh, that's something we really didn't touch on about friends. I feel like during those years, I made friends and I lost friends. And yeah, but I met some pretty good people.
Oh yeah. Well,
and it wasn't I can't be mad about losing friends.
Right.
It happens for a reason, and they taught me the lesson that I needed to learn in that moment. So that's fine.
And I don't think I lost friends. I just got closer to the friends that I had.
And kind of grew apart throughout the years
But you do that, though. Yeah. That happens. It don't mean we're beefing or nothing. It's
just because we don't speak don't mean we beefing.
Right. And I just am a horrible communicator, so that's just me.
That's true.
Right.
That's true. What about you for 2015, 2000, what did we
16, 17.
16, 17, 18?
Yeah.
Just coming up to now.
All right, so for me, I'm in full stride. Like, I am fucking shit up. Like, I am like I felt like I was like on a winning streak, you know? Like, I'm not gonna lie, you know, meeting you, Rez, like kind of threw a wrench in what I thought the plan was.
Fuck the game plan up, bro.
Right? Because the thing is, like, you can remember from like, you know, frat brothers and friends and stuff like that. Like, they never thought like I would settle down because like I was like adamantly like no, I gotta get this, like I gotta get this done. You know, I got stuff I gotta do. all that good stuff. But like, this is when I got I met you. Like I said, I got my first promotion at when I was working at the bank, which kind of turned into like a curse also, because you wind up losing some money. So one thing I would definitely say is, when I learned from that, was kind of like it's only worth like losing the money if you know you can get the experience like in return. But if you do that, you have to make the changes to your to your lifestyle. And that is where like the bigger issue was. It was like, I didn't really take care of I didn't change my lifestyle. Like, if you lose $12,000 a year from like, lack of doing like overtime and stuff like that, you got to cut back. Like, you can't go out every weekend. You can't be eating out every day. Like, you got to just, learn how to do those things. So I learned that shit the hard way. But job is popping, getting paid what I should be getting paid. My friends, like, everything is just going well, right? But in that moment, like, I'm still trying to find out what, like, the purpose is. Like, what am I still trying to do? It's like, still trying to figure that shit out. So, I was like, when you're in Delaware, like, of course, like, one of the biggest industries is banking. So when you bounce from multiple, like, you get paid by going from one bank to another, right? But if you go to like your third bank, it's always kind of been like, you get kind of like pigeonholed within that, like typecast within that whole area. You know what I mean? So if you spend 5 years or you have 3 different jobs, like, you kind of like, that's all you can really do. So I just kind of took a leap of faith and asked a cousin to get me an interview down here in Winston. Got the job. Probably shouldn't have got the job because I kind of fucked it up. And I was thinking about it earlier. I fucked up that interview really, really bad. But like, imagine going to a Nike interview and then telling them, like, yes, you should sell more Yeezys.
Oh my god.
Well, technically, never mind.
Well, like, until in terms of today,
like today.
That's what you
Right.
did in
Like,
the interview?
That's basically what I did.
Shit.
But yeah, I think my cousin kind of like looked out and kind of still talked. And it's like, whatever. So like, that kind of worked itself out.
That's good.
But like, when being down here, like, met some dope ass people.
You're welcome.
Didn't get to you yet. Right, met some dope ass people, like the homie Mags, right? Like, kind of got me into that mindset of like, kind of doing my own thing in terms of like my business and all that stuff like that. Met a couple of homies that was trying to figure out this whole podcasting thing, and I was like, I'll try it, and then wound up getting pawned off of all the work that somebody else should have been doing, and it got pawned off on me.
It's your fault.
But that shit was dope though, because like, it just kind of like put like everything in motion to where we at today.
Look at the behind the scenes story of our friendship.
Right, this is when our stories overlap.
just using each other, just putting people in bad predicaments, because technically, like, I learned all my mistakes with everybody else's podcast before I put my own shit out. Since we're
my laziness is why we have an open media.
That's some real shit though.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to do that shit. So when he came, I was like,
yes,
he can do it.
He got this.
Yeah.
All I can do is show up now.
What?
Yes.
Oh my God, bro. We don't have to send this email 45 times to each other.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
We used to do like 4 like fucking edits to one episode of a podcast and send it in the email so everybody would have it.
What?
It was gross. It was gross. and then on top of that, it would be 2 hours long. Like 2 hours, 2.5 hour long.
How are you guys talking for 2 hours?
Because as all conversations with black people get, they rabbit hole.
Right.
Really, really bad.
Right.
Somehow you end up talking about a new Drake album and somehow get into what we were doing as children.
Right.
It's just weird.
It always connected. Like, it was always
you
a
could
full
backtrack
circle.
and find how we got there, but it's just a ride.
Yeah, probably shouldn't be drinking. Was a really good podcast.
It was a ride.
It was a really good podcast.
It was a ride.
Yeah. So, but yeah, overall, like that shit kind of got me into the right mindset where I'm at today, where we have a studio space and 20 kind of looking forward, like shit is looking good.
We're gonna bust 2020 up.
That's good. That's good. So my last quarter or what will we call it? Last part of the decade, 2016 through 2019, I was still working, still in school. I felt like I've been in school
Forever.
so long.
So long.
So fucking long. So majority of this past, and I know you guys are probably thinking, well, damn, how long do it take to get a damn degree? No. So this is when I found the change because my passion was no longer in kids and teaching. So it was a big transition for me, realizing that I had worked for about 4 years to get up to the point, like worked at different places to finally be able to work in a school. And then I got into the school and I was like, oh, this what y'all doing in here? And I just completely had a change of heart with my major. So I did finish that degree, but then I had to figure out, like, well, what am I going to do now? Like, what's going on? So I was at a crossroad, and I met Eric. We had a great time. He kind of pushed me in the right direction to, like, just be open to different things and not kind of put myself in a box with something that wasn't making me happy. Because at the time I wasn't happy. I'm like, damn, I got to do this. I got to do that. And of course I'm making money, but it's not the money that like, I'm not happy doing it. So what's the point? So in the middle of a relationship, he moved down here, and I decided about a year later to come down too after visiting for a bit and just finish up my degree here, and made a change, and feel like I just had my head down for like the last 3 years of the decade.
Can I add something to mine for when, I guess this was during Therese period, like when I first met her and stuff like that. Like, her work ethic when we first met, like, it's definitely like, it's to continue to kind of like to push forward and like go up. But like, but no,
I thought he was about to call it
no,
trash.
no. I'm just saying, like, yo, like, she was like working a full 9 to 5, right? Going to school, like, to get her associate, and still work the weekends, right? So basically worked 7 days a week. And I guess in that moment where, like, I was like figuring things out and things were like coming to me, like, and, you know, money looked a little different. So you're kind of like, all right, like,
You can get fries with this.
but it's like, it's kind of like are you talking to me because, like, I can spend a little bit of money with you or something like that. But like, being in a relationship that, or meeting somebody who don't need you, you know, like, that's where I was just like, you know what?
Preach.
Like, I sort of felt like leveled, right? Because it was like, I feel like she could outwork me like any day of the week, and it made me step my shit up.
Yeah, definitely.
I see you, boo.
Thank you. That was sweet. But I've been working really hard just getting through this, but I feel like at the end it's gonna be worth it. I'm graduating in May, so I can finally close that chapter.
We about to be ignorant at that graduation.
Yeah. But just being in Winston, I don't regret like moving, although I do miss my family and my friends and everything. I feel like this was a really good move because I've changed. E has changed into a completely different person. Just being in a new city and a new environment, meeting all different types of people. In Delaware, it's just like so small. Everybody's doing the same thing. You just have one path. Like Eric was saying, you can just go into banking, or you're either working some shit job doing nothing.
Right.
And it's just like the same people. It feels like you're limited, but coming to a new city and meeting new people kind of opened up that for both of us. And I feel like we just feel like the sky's the limit. We can do whatever we want,
right.
Like just being here. So I feel like it was a good move. I met some really good people. Definitely learned how strong I am and how strong we are as a couple to be able to just go through some of the things.
You got to be quicker than that again. She was definitely talking about me that time.
Oh, my fault.
But yeah, we had some challenges. And we still here, still pushing.
Still out here.
I can't, overall though, I mean, it was a good decade.
It was.
The 20s, and this is my last year in my 20s, I feel like is really what somebody described to me when I was growing up. They said, your 20s are for fucking up. That's it. Like, you're going to learn a lot of shit. Don't feel like you need to have it all together in your 20s because this is a time for you to make mistakes, learn and grow. And I definitely did that.
I think this whole decade was just about experiences, like going through shit. Like, it ain't necessarily like they not all bad shit and not all good shit. So, like I said, the relationship that I wasn't ready for just taught me that when it came back around again with Jazz, it was like, you saw what you did the last time. Maybe you should change now.
Yep.
And so I was like, fuck, I gotta be here.
It's well balanced.
Yeah.
It's about balance. We had our chance to have fun,
Right.
had my chance to work hard, still working hard, and just trying new things. So I'm excited for what the other side has for us for 2020.
It's probably. I don't want to be cliche and say all that, but I will say.
What, the clear vision? You want to have clear vision for 2020?
Relax. I will say that it's gonna be fun to go through this new, go into this new decade from coming from this spot. There's things that you want to do, and you already you finally know what it is that you want to do now,
right?
And so now you really got a chance. You can go do it, and so I think that's gonna be real dope to adventure on.
It does feel like it's a new way to looking at life, because I will say at the beginning of this decade, I just thought that it was one set way to do something.
Yeah.
I thought that I just had to go to school, get my piece of paper, work this job, cut in straight arrow, just finish that, and then everything will be straight. But no, it's multiple ways to get to your destination.
Right.
And you can do it different ways to find whatever makes you happy.
Right. So I'm getting there. I'm finally trying to learn what makes me tick. I'm learning step by step about what makes me happy.
Yeah, we've only been adults. I feel like we're teenage adults right now.
Facts.
We're not even barely teenage adults.
I still like to eat cereal in my pajamas.
Me too. So did you take some time to think of some goals for 2020?
Yeah, but I don't like to use the word goals, because goals feel like if you don't achieve it, it was a fail.
Mm-hmm.
And setting certain goals, always, you never know if you might get detoured from getting to that goal. So there are things that I would like to do, like I said last week about going to therapy. Or the Simone episode, I said about going to therapy. I was thinking about, trying that, because I feel like I don't think there's something wrong with me, but I think there's a blockage somewhere about some stuff, and I love to be able to work through it and understand why I am the way that I am, and because I think I figured it out, but to get the confirmation would be love. And so I'm thinking about doing that. Everybody's list. One of my goals is I've got to lose some fucking weight. I am getting atrocious, as you guys see on YouTube.
You do not look atrocious.
I look bad. None of my clothes fit no more. So that's one of them. Just I want to go back to school, so probably I'll try to do that, especially having a girlfriend who works in higher education.
Woo, woo.
Love. That's gonna be great. And then just some projects that I'm working on. Hopefully we can get some of that stuff rolling in 2020. And it's something else, but I forgot. So maybe work on my memory.
Work on your memory. Don't be ashamed of going to the gym. I know people who've been in the gym all the time. They always want to say, "Oh, here come the newcomers." It's rude as fuck. If you go to the gym all the time, don't make them feel unwelcome.
Right.
Welcome them. It's hard enough to get your black ass up to get to the gym, and now I'm here and I got to get treated bad because you feel like you own this motherfucking treadmill. I pay my membership too, boo boo.
That is a word.
Okay, don't make people feel bad about it. I don't want to see none of that. Everybody has the opportunity to lose weight. Let them do it, because y'all going fat shame them, right?
Facts.
They call you fat ass all damn year, and then when you try to get in the gym, they talking about you for being in the gym and not doing it right. Help somebody out.
Facts.
Let's end that. I don't want that coming into 2020. So, of course, my goal is to maintain what I've been working on, because for 2019. I definitely made fitness, just working out, it was therapeutic for me. It is therapeutic for me. It's one of the things that I do to keep myself sane. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to work out for these past 2 weeks because schedule, traveling, holidays, whatever. But I'm definitely going to try to work in my diet for 2020, because that's something that I really just don't give a fuck about. I eat whatever I want to eat when I want to eat it.
Me too.
And that's one of my biggest issues. So just trying to be more conscious on where I'm spending my money, how I'm eating it, and just planning for the for in a more adult manner, I guess. Like,
Yeah.
Because some of my thought processes are like, fuck it, we ball. And
Facts.
I can't have that going into
Facts.
New Year and new money because I'm definitely getting my big girl job.
With that, I will tangent off that and say, I still want it to be fuck it, we ball, but I don't want it to be at McDonald's. Like,
Okay.
I don't want it to be like on shit you can do. Like, I want to like, I have, that entire decade we just talked about, I have not been on vacation. The last vacation I took was senior beach week after graduation from high school. I have not been anywhere for longer than a weekend.
Damn.
So I would like to go on a vacation and do some new experiences and do shit like that. Like, I didn't even stay. I didn't even stay a week in Philly when Jazz lived there. So like, I haven't been anywhere. So it's like, it's crazy with that to like just know that like as in my 20s I didn't go anywhere.
So now you're ready to travel?
Yeah, I want to sleep in a hotel bed for a week.
Oh, it feels so good.
Jesus.
I just want to be more prepared. I'm definitely looking forward to graduating and finishing that. So that's my main thing. And then just pushing forward for 2020, doing the things that scare me and being more outspoken about how I feel and what I want to say and just being me unapologetically. Eric?
Yeah.
For 2020,
Yes.
you got some big things you want to work on or goals or plans?
Yeah. So for me, it's primarily balance, right? Being able to, not necessarily be everything for everybody, but, make sure that I'm taking care of myself personally, spiritually, physically, monetarily, right? And all the people around me. If I haven't necessarily made the official announcement or made the official say, but like I'm working in the lab full time now, right? So now like 2020 is like basically it's all about never going back to corporate America again. Like that's like how I'm feeling about it. I want to be able to blaze my own path, and I think I could do. Like I'm confident that I can get this shit done.
Oh, definitely.
So,
big facts, because I do want to say we made that tangent and we laughed about him taking over because I didn't want to do it. But to see the progression from a fucking USB mic in the middle of a room,
one mic and like on a
on an
ottoman
to a studio with lights and
yeah.
We got mics, and you guys saw us last week in HD with the transitions that were fire.
And we're on YouTube.
Right. So from that, I always commend E on that. Like, it's like crazy to see that this started in Nick's living room and then the spare bedroom at your house, and now it's like this.
Right. And
he learned how to do it himself. Right. Like, he didn't like have to go back to school and learn it, or it's not something he's always done. This nigga's a numbers man. Now he's a fucking creative. Look at him. Right. Look at him.
Right.
Not all I have for nothing.
Relax, bro. That's my bro.
Yeah, y'all. Yeah.
Right.
But for the most part, like I feel like for the better part of this past decade, like I've played by the rules. And I feel like
you're gonna break the rules next year?
No. Well, no.
Are you changing all the rules?
No, but
whose shot goes? Oh, I'm sorry. That's all right.
Too soon.
No, but basically, long story short, like I just think that with 2020, like I just turned 30. Like it just a lot of things are kind of aligning, I guess. And now I'm just like I'm gonna figure this shit out. Like this is gonna like I spent the most time like trying to pinpoint what it was, and I found it, and now I'm about to go a mile deep with it, and I know like we good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
damn, I'm turning 30 next year.
Got one more, baby.
Can't relate, huh?
Got one more, baby.
No, so that's good. I'm really looking forward to what 2020 has to bring.
Oh, I forgot to say relationship wise.
Relationship.
Throw that in there.
Relationship wise,
try to get it to grow this bond even better.
Yeah,
because I love you, Jazz.
Are you gonna get married?
I don't know
this
about that
next decade.
Probably.
Okay, that's good. That's good, little baby.
Come on,
baby
bro.
me.
Now you just rushing me.
Okay.
We had a whole episode about that.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Jesus.
I mean, that's the way people expect it to go. No, but let's take a break and come back with our final thought. BRB. And we're back. Let's jump into our final thoughts. Meezy, do you have something you want to use for our final thoughts?
So let's make this fun. Let's end this decade, I don't know, with a bang. Final thoughts. What are we leaving in 2019 in this decade?
Okay.
Number 1.
All right.
Shows that take mid-season finales.
Oh,
Yo.
Let's leave them shits there.
Leave them.
Do you not realize that I am at home? Well, for the most part, I had a lot of free time during the holidays. I'm at home on my couch. I don't want to play catch up. I've watched. I want to get this shit over with. What is happening?
Right.
Now I've got to wait till fucking Sunday to figure out who the fuck shot Ghost, and it's only 5 episodes. We could have got that done by now.
I mean, it's just been lingering.
Just linger for nothing. I damn near forgot till I saw the fucking commercials.
So just text us. Let us
like whatever. Put it in the group chat.
Such and such shot Ghost.
I want to leave that there. I want to leave the amount of hate that we put on like celebrities and shit. Like, I watched that Drake interview and it is like him and LeBron James can cause the internet to get into an uproar for nobody knows why. Like, so I want to leave that in this decade too.
Okay.
I mean, part of me kind of feels like I want to leave that weight that people put onto people or celebrities or like of like, you know, of certain stature. Like, I feel like I want to leave that, like those misconceptions or like that false hope that people put into those people. Like, they're people too. Like,
facts.
Like, figure this shit out on your own.
Facts.
Right.
You know, like,
there are people.
You know, like, you should be looking at that stuff to help like guide you, but not necessarily like live it as like the Bible itself.
I like it.
What Okay. What else you got?
I mean, for the most part, like, you know, like, so on the cornier side, I guess it's like just like doubting yourself, you know what I'm saying? Like, just that, like, going into something like halfway. Like, I'm just not into that shit anymore. Like, it's just like we are moving 100 million miles an hour going forward. We're going to make quick decisions. We're going to, you know, we're going to make quick decisions. We're going to like move forward what shit that we have planned. And if it doesn't work, then we pivot. That's it.
Okay. I want to leave, this is going to be, well, I probably won't hear it anymore because I'm changing my diet. But if you work in fast food, stop asking me if there's anything else after I order one meal. Yes, there is something else I like to order. And when you ask me if there's anything else, you make me feel like a fat ass because you got to tell me now anything else 5 more times.
That's valid.
Don't anything else me to death.
That is valid. Because the other day I went to McDonald's and the guy I said, hey, let me get a bacon double quarter pounder.
Uh-huh.
And he said,
Anything else?
no, he said, we don't have that. And I said, well, let me get a double quarter pounder with bacon. And then he was like, all right, your total is like, no, wait. I wanted something else. You didn't let me tell you. I was like, you asshole.
Don't anything else me to death in the drive-thru.
If you don't like your job, leave it in there and leave it in that decade.
I want to leave,
rapid fire.
the entrepreneur 9-to-5 beef. Listen, okay, everybody is not going to do the same thing. People want to do different things. Stop pressuring each other. Entrepreneurs, stop telling the 9-to-5 people, you could do this, you need to have an 8 to 7. Everybody don't want to do all that. And 9-to-5 people, stop bashing the entrepreneurs too. Just leave it alone. Let people do what they want to do. It's no straight road to get to where you want to be.
Right.
Everybody gonna get their money the way they want to get it.
Facts.
Yeah, but on the flip side of that, I do want y'all to leave taking social media taglines and putting them on t-shirts.
Okay.
I don't need a Bumbleclot t-shirt.
You also don't need
a Sop My Say t-shirt. I don't need that.
You don't need to announce that you're taking a social media break.
Boom.
Just disappear. Just disappear.
I like it.
We don't need to see it.
I
Now
like
you're
it.
making me feel
I like
bad
it.
because I'm scrolling
I
and I
like
see
it.
that you taking a break.
I
Should I
like
take
it.
a break too?
I like it.
And then my last one is the thought everything. Every time a woman likes something, it automatically it's a thought shoe, or it's the thought slime lime, or she a thought because she like Fashion Nova. No, women just like things. And sometimes we like the same things. It's okay. It doesn't make me a thought. I wear Vans. I'm not a thought because I have on Vans. I'm not a thought. I'm about to be married.
I like it.
That's all I got. Love women. Stop hating us. Thanks for hating.
Can we leave all of these multiple fucking subscriptions? I don't want to have to watch. If Disney owns ESPN, why is there not just one app for all of that shit? Why do I have to have Plus and like ESPN Plus and Disney Plus? Why is it not just all in one thing?
That app would be too big.
And
you don't need an app that fucking big.
it's called cable, E. Yes, we got one already. We have it.
I get it. I just think they need to start consolidating that shit.
Jesus Christ.
But you ain't gonna get it.
Everybody can.
But based off the apps thing, what I want to leave in this decade is nostalgia.
Ooh, please.
I mean, I know I might be a hypocrite on this because like I might say later on like I like this stuff, but like I just feel like they're just running it dry.
Yeah.
Like I just want to see some creative, fresh, new ideas.
When I said that, niggas laughed at me.
What we see, Lion King, The Mermaid,
they're on like the
Beauty and the Beast.
They're doing the whole. Well, you like Marvel, and so they're doing a whole Marvel of that thing.
But the thing is, they never.
Everything
but they
doesn't
never,
need to be live
but they
action.
never did the movies before though. So that's where I feel like it's different.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need live action everything.
No, we don't.
I don't care.
But mainly it's mainly because of my beef with Disney Plus. That's mainly the main reason. Because like, because like I feel like when they came out, they really stuck out with the whole nostalgia piece. Like they thought that would keep everybody busy for a while, and didn't put out anything new. Like they put out one new show.
Baby Yoda and the Mandalorian.
You love that.
I love Baby Yoda.
You're not leaving that in there.
Yeah.
Do y'all have anything else? Anything else?
Yeah, but if you'd like to see more from me, just go read my Twitter. I'll do a whole rant.
Right. Music. That'll be a good little Twitter topic.
Yeah.
Let's bring back Twitter topics.
Twitter topics.
Where everybody could just join in on the conversation and have a good time.
Bring back Twitter. Them niggas don't got it no more.
No, people are getting back on Twitter.
Yeah, them niggas are like, nah, I'm deleting mine.
All right, let's get into the baby maker this week. What you got for us, Meezy?
Well, we flipped it this week.
Okay.
You are now tuned
in to WMEZ, where the W stands for
Wood.
So I let Rez pick this in this week. We got some bangers here. Delaware's own, Delaware's finest. We have Kitty Monroe, and this is called Dirty Little Secret here on WMEZ.
Textually active.
Drop your bags, you drove a long way. Come put it down right now. Don't know how long that it's gonna take. Let's make it known right now. I'm your dirty little secret, but let's make it known right now. Don't know how long we can keep this dirty little secret, so let's make it known right now. Drop your bags, you drove a long way. Come put it down right now. Don't know how long that it's gonna take, but let's make it known right now. I'm your dirty little secret, but let's make it known right now. Don't know how long we can keep this dirty little secret, so let's make it known right now. See you from across.
That was Kitty Monroe with Dirty Little Secret. If you want to hear that one, it's been added to the Baby Maker playlist early. I know, I've been on holiday time. I know I fucked up a couple of those and I forgot to put them on there. Don't judge me. I'm on holiday time still. But if you'd like to hear Dirty Little Secret by Kitty Monroe, please go to your favorite DSPs, type in Textually Active Podcast. If it don't pop up, just hit me for the link. I'll send it to you, whatever. Type it in on Apple, Tidal, and Spotify, and Dirty Little Secret. You could probably be somebody's Dirty Little Secret.
Shout out to Delaware.
Shout out to
Delaware doing it. Okay.
Here on WMEZ, where the W stands for Wood.
Textually active.
Okay. Everybody pull your memes out. I hope you guys were prepared.
It's the last meme of the decade.
Wow. This is serious.
Can we leave everything being the last something of this decade?
This is the last Sunday of the decade. The last Tuesday of the decade.
When we were at that bar, they definitely was doing that to death. They were like, "This is the last Saturday of the decade, y'all."
Oh, guys, when you go to your New Year's Eve party, if you hanging out with the other side, the white tees, ask the DJ to play "Back That Ass Up" if you want to see something funny. Yeah, we had the DJ play "Back That Ass Up" at the hookah lounge, and those white ladies and their significant others were getting it. It was a beautiful sight.
Like it.
right, so
I want to leave iPhone telling me I need to upgrade my storage in 2019 too. Sorry, that was a tangent.
Maisie, what you got for me?
I see why y'all ladies saying 2020 all year, cause 20 plus 20 is 40. You sneaky bitches.
All right, mine is very simple and very to the point, and it kind of goes with this. I just cannot believe I have to be an adult for the rest of my life.
A word.
I can't believe it.
A word.
How did I get signed up for this?
I don't remember.
I don't know.
They must have snuck that in the terms and agreements. I just said yeah.
Wanted to be grown so bad.
Okay. All right. I found this account on Instagram. I guess on everything, but it's like a game. But like they've like really been killing it lately. But basically, it just says, "Are you healed or just distracted?"
Hey, bro, I'm triggered.
Yeah.
I'm triggered.
Yeah, because some people cope with things differently.
Right. And then one last piece. Like, I really like this one too. But set a goal for 2020 that excites you, and set a goal that scares you.
Okay, good inspiration for the listeners.
I like it.
Thank you guys for getting through 2019 with us. We're so excited to see y'all on the other side of the decade, 2020. I'm hoping that you guys get everything that you wish for and accomplish everything that you set out to do and just find true happiness, whatever that looks like for you. But thank you for rocking with TA this year.
Yeah, keep listening.
Keep listening.
Keep listening. I'm selfish. Yeah, just keep listening. Keep tell your friends about it. Get them to listen.
Oh, and if you want to see us while you listen to the show, we're on YouTube.
Woo woo.
We finally got our episodes up and going at the Open Media Lab. We looking good.
I'm fire.
I mean, sometimes we get dressed up, sometimes we don't, like today, but that's fine. Whatever.
I don't.
And in the meantime, in between time, make sure you follow us on our social media pages. We're on Instagram at Textually Active Pod. We're on Twitter at Textually Act Pod. And we're on Facebook at Textually Active Pod. And talk to us. We always talk back.
We always do. It's fun to see y'all laugh at us.
But we'll see you guys next Tuesday.
Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Be safe. Don't drink and drive.
And use the condom if you have to.
You filthy
or
animals.
You want to.
Damn it. Pull out if you don't want a baby.
You filthy animals.
It's always nasty.
Thank you for listening to the Textually Active podcast. This podcast is a full-service production from the Open Media Lab. Be sure to check in every Textual Tuesday along with following them on all social media at Textually Active Pod. Textually Active is a part of the Open Media Network.